Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
An Indian blogger recently visited Nigeria and she made some highly distasteful comments about the country on her social media page. Of course, I trust my fellow Nigerians. They're not having it at all. My name is Ify Igwe. I'm reporting from Nigeria and this is the African Diaspora News Channel. Now I'm back to the story that has gotten a lot of Nigerians riled up, especially on social media. This Indian blogger complained about a couple of things. Air pollution. How many Nigerians she saw asking for money. She accused Nigerians of being tribalistic, and she pointed out that a lot of goods in Nigeria are made in India or China, as if that is some kind of revelation. So people have been calling her out, and they've just been pointing out how hypocritical her statements are, given that India is also a developing country with its own struggles that are very glaring. We've seen the news, we've heard the statistics. Now, here's the problem. It's one thing to visit a country and have personal observations. It's another thing to make broad, disrespectful generalizations about an entire nation of over 200 million people. So today, we're going to break this down from multiple perspectives, okay? I'm going to be pulling in things that I've seen on social media, so let's dive into it. Being a visitor doesn't give you the right to insult a country, right? When you visit another country, it's basic decency to show some respect. Every nation has its challenges, but what kind of person goes to another country, benefits from its hospitality, then you turn around and you mock that country publicly? So just imagine if a Nigerian blogger visited India and then started complaining about things like extreme pollution, which, by the way, is so bad that New Delhi is ranked among the most polluted cities in the world. And maybe the Nigerian blogger starts complaining about mass poverty with millions living in the slums, discrimination based on caste and religion system, something that India has struggled with for centuries. That wouldn't be fair, and I'm sure they wouldn't have it at all. Absolutely not. Now, the problem isn't that she noticed these things. It's about how she framed them. So instead of trying to understand the context or even speak with empathy, she went online to make these sweeping negative statements about an entire nation, over 200 million people. That's not travel blogging. It's giving ignorance. It's giving arrogance. It's giving, why are you here if you don't want to be here? Now listen. I know some people will say, but aren't these things true? Aren't these issues in Nigeria? We know. We didn't ask you. Just think about it. It's like having siblings, right? You roast your siblings, you insult your siblings. It's just part of that brotherly, sisterly love. But imagine someone else from the outside comes in and starts trying to roast your sister. Wouldn't you be like, hold up, what? Like, leave my little sister alone. Like, what's going on? So it's that type of culture where we know the things going wrong, but we Nigerians are the only ones allowed to complain about it. The same way we allow other people in their countries to complain about the issues in their countries. Because it would be so weird if Nigerians go into other countries and what we're going to be focusing on is, the poverty rates. There's pollution. There's so much traffic. Oh my goodness. And it's different if you are a taxpayer. You're not even a resident of Nigeria. I mean, we have so many nationalities living in Nigeria. They're working, embracing the Nigerian culture. We have that and we embrace them back, right? We're very big at hospitality in Nigeria. But then you don't even live in Nigeria. You don't work in Nigeria. You don't even pay taxes. So it's different if you are a resident that is complaining based on the experiences that you've had as a resident. You just decided to visit. And these are the things that you could say on your social media page. In fact, you need to see those messages that she put out. It's so brazen, it's like, who are you talking to? Anywho, social media is hilarious because people have been coming up with their different, defenses, and it's like a back and forth on social media. I'm going to be showing you some of those tweets and some of those posts on social media. Now, another thing that we should talk about is the irony of her comments on poverty and begging. One of the things that she complained about was people asking her for money. Let's pause right there. India has one of the highest populations of people living in poverty in the world. So, according to the World Bank, over 200 million Indians live below the poverty line. Begging is also a huge issue in many parts of India, from Mumbai to Delhi. So, for an Indian woman to visit Nigeria and act shocked at seeing people struggling financially, that's peak irony. It's a bit confusing. Is poverty a problem in Nigeria? Yes, we know. Yes, we already know. Absolutely. But so is poverty in India and pretty much every developing nation across the world. So, now listen, a well-informed traveler acknowledges these issues without pretending that their own country doesn't face similar challenges. Then let's talk about her calling Nigerians tribalistic. She spoke about that. She made comments about tribalism in Nigeria, which is an important issue. Yes, Nigeria is a multi-ethnic country with over 250 ethnic groups, and sometimes there are tensions. We've seen that in the news. But let's not act like India doesn't have its own deep divisions. Let's talk about the caste system discrimination, which is still a major issue with lower caste Indians facing severe oppression. Then let's talk about religious conflicts, which have led to violent clashes between Hindus and Muslims. And then we have the regional tensions between different Indian states, which are quite strong as well. So once again, why would someone from a country that also struggles with these issues feel the need to come to Nigeria and talk down on Nigeria? It's ridiculous. It's giving, take the speck out of your eye before you take ours out. The reality of foreign goods in Nigeria, her final point was about how many goods in Nigeria are from China and are from India. And what's the big revelation here? China dominates global manufacturing. We already know this. India is one of the biggest producers of pharmaceuticals and textiles. Even the US and Europe, they import a massive amount of goods from these different countries. If anything, this isn't a Nigerian problem. It's a global trade reality. So instead of using that fact to shame Nigeria, a more intelligent conversation will be about how Nigeria can strengthen its local industries and reduce reliance on imports. But of course, that kind of nuanced discussion wasn't what she was going for. Nigerians are not tolerating the ignorant. Some people have even flipped the script, asking, why is she in Nigeria in the first place? If Nigeria is so bad, why do some Indians come here to do business? It's because we're very welcoming and it's lucrative. And then people are asking, why do a lot of Indians work in the Nigerian pharmaceutical and manufacturing industries if it's as bad as you paint it to be? My final thoughts: travel with respect. Look, no country is perfect, right? Nigeria has its issues, just like every other nation. But if you're a visitor, it costs nothing to speak with respect and acknowledge the full picture. If you're truly interested in learning about a country, you can engage with the locals, discuss with them, understand the history and the economy. Speak with empathy, not arrogance. It's so simple. And if you don't like what you see, maybe just don't visit again, instead of disrespecting an entire nation on social media. Now, at the end of the day, whether people like it or not, Nigeria will continue to be a powerhouse in Africa and in the world. Take that to the bank. Argue with yourselves. And that's it for this story. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the backlash against this blogger is justified? Do you think she was just being ignorant, or did she intentionally actually say those things to trigger Nigerians? Let's discuss this. You can follow me on TikTok at Ify_I. I'm Ify Igwe reporting from Nigeria. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and also subscribe